Greetings and warm regards to all my dear ones, my fellow souls, my sisters and brothers. I hope you're all doing well and in good spirits. Today I have come to you with a brand new video. At the specific request of the many people who were unfortunately unable to attend the live classes on my Persian channel, and who had numerous detailed questions regarding self-knowledge and the field of conscious psychology, specifically about how they can effectively raise their own inner vibration, I decided to explain these concepts very briefly, clearly, and simply for everyone. What I am about to share are 101 truly fundamental and basic points that you need to know, meaning if we don't have these, we will never reach true awareness. We will never truly be able to find a sense of inner peace and lasting happiness in our lives. And that is exactly why I felt it was important to create this video and share these thoughts with every single one of you today. And together on this path of love, light, and awareness, let's hold each other's hands and move forward together. I hope you have a great day. Thank you for being present now. Thank you for your presence in this moment. This specific location is where my physical body is present with me. In my personal opinion, these 101 points are entirely based on the principles of psychology, psychoanalysis, and self-knowledge. It's a test that is entirely and fundamentally consistent with the traditional established framework of the individual. If you sit down and meticulously document your thoughts on paper and judge yourself in complete solitude, for example, you might have 20% of these, 80% of those, 50% of others, and you can see what areas you need to work on within yourself. You become your own therapist, identifying your own issues without having to fear anyone older than you. Without having to say how much will that person actually heal you. It helps you in order to achieve full awareness. The words are very short, the sentences are very short. If any part of this remains unclear to you, I will take a moment to explain it in much greater detail. But I really want you to treat this as a fundamental 101 lesson. Please take a piece of paper right now and write these specific points down for your own reference. Then take the time to honestly judge your own progress. I am weak here. I don't do this. I rejected this. I made up for it. I learned my lesson and I won't do it again. So we'll start from here. And I hope this helps bring peace into your life, brings happiness into your life, so you stop complaining, don't feel dissatisfied, and achieve a peaceful life. Take yourself to the point where you reach your wishes. Of course, the beginning of awareness is these 101 points, as far as I remember. But after these 101 points, we'll continue together at a higher level about how to connect with our higher self, how to establish that connection, how to connect with others, those who are extraterrestrials, who are on other stars, on other planets. To establish a connection, we really need to sit down honestly with ourselves, and if there's a problem, try to fix ourselves for the sake of the people. I wrote down these 101 points as full sentences, so I could be sure to remember to tell you everything, because they're almost in order, meaning the higher we go, the higher the levels we reach. It becomes more important for us to ask, do I really have this trait or not, or do I need to work on it? These are key points that are absolutely necessary for reaching peace, for attaining awareness, for reaching the fifth dimension, and for living in the golden world. All of these are essential. And as I said, it's not like the old system. A lot of things in psychology, anthropology, traditions, and education need to change, because we are entering a new era, a new world, a new earth, where we don't want to have any of those issues that were falsely instilled in us. We want to find guidance and solutions within ourselves, to discover wisdom and treasure within, not outside of ourselves. And these are necessary. After you have written down these 101 sentences or points, number them for yourself. If you don't have a trait, mark it as 3. If you do, mark it as 1. And out of 101, if you score above 80, you should be proud of yourself. You are on the path of awareness, on the path of enlightenment, love, and light. And for those few traits you don't have yet, there's no rush. You can gradually let go of them daily, weekly, monthly, or in whatever way feels comfortable to you, and change your habits. Those who only have 20 of these traits or fewer need to try harder, work more on themselves, and they themselves know it. Those who are hopeless, negative, passive, just sitting and praying, waiting for something to happen, waiting for God to come and change their lives, these people probably have fewer than 20 of these qualities. So be honest with yourself and give yourself a score. If you have it, give yourself a 1. If you don't, give yourself a 3. See what your total score is. As I mentioned before, these are just the basics. After this, we'll move on to higher levels. It's a kind of educational system that we're sharing together here, partnering up, joining hands, so that together we can reach light, love, freedom, and peace. The first point is social awareness. This social awareness has absolutely nothing to do with how much education you have, what your academic degree is, what your position is at work, or how much money you have in the bank. It's not related to any of that. Awareness is something you either have or you don't. Social awareness means that at the very moment something happens to me in a relationship or in a situation, I act in a way that is appropriate, fair, and dignified. It's not about advertising, not about lying, not about imitation. It's none of those things. I have to cultivate this within myself so that I possess social awareness. And this is not something parents teach you, nor do schools or universities. They teach you other things, but awareness is something we have to build for ourselves in our own solitude by ourselves. Some people truly have a high level of awareness, even though they may not have stability, money, or status, but they have a kind of social awareness that earns everyone's respect, while some people lack social awareness. They may be good speakers, but they speak in a domineering way. They say, I want to teach you how to do this, meaning they treat me like I'm stupid and claim they know more than I do. This is the tone of my voice. It is the way I carry myself, and it is how I always make sure to hold my chin up with pride. The words I say come from a belief that I am better than you, and that's what I'm teaching you. This is one of the things we need to look for in others, how much social intelligence they have. Because for me, people's money and status aren't the criteria. For me, the measure of a person is their social intelligence. So the first point is your social intelligence. Rate yourself. How much do you have? And if you feel you're lacking in some areas, give yourself half a point instead of 1. The second supplement, solitude. Do you enjoy your own company? That is, during the day, the month, or the week, do you set aside some time to be alone? I don't want to go to a party, not because I'm shy. No, not because I lack self-confidence, but because right now I want to spend some quiet time with myself. Spending time alone, solitude, is not a source of sadness for you. I'm alone, I'm miserable, nobody loves me, I don't have any family at all. When you look at solitude this way, that's not what I'm talking about. But if you feel like you actually miss yourself sometimes, you want to sit somewhere and spend some quiet time with yourself. No noise, no one around, no disturbances, just me with myself, even if it's only for 10 minutes. If you feel this way, Give yourself a number 1. But if you feel that being alone makes you afraid or hopeless, then consider this a negative trait and work on it. In the future, if there is more demand, we will dedicate a separate session to each of these, depending on which ones need more attention. We will work on each of these to see how we can remove the problem from our lives. Next, pay attention and see, do you enjoy being with animals and children more than with adults? This has been one of the biggest signs of the golden world, because the soul of a child, the soul of an animal, is pure, honest. There is no lie in it, no pretense in it. If you feel a sense of closeness, or if animals and children come to you for no reason, they caress you, they trust you, they come to you, this is a very good sign. It means that the purity they have, they see in you. Reflect on this for yourself. Do you really enjoy parties where all the adults are sitting around, hosting gatherings, showing off their clothes, eating and gossiping? Or do you sometimes prefer not to go anywhere at all and just want to be alone because you feel content with yourself and want to spend some time enjoying your own company? The 4th supplement is your daily time. How do you spend your day? Do you just let the morning turn into night? Just because nothing happened, you think, well, I was there, nothing came up, so today was a good day. Because nothing bad happened, but you also didn't do anything positive for yourself during the day. I'm not talking about doing things for others. This 4th point is just about how many positive things I do for myself during the day. One of them is being alone. Another is going for a walk. Another is that today I spent 10 minutes or half an hour of my time on something I needed for myself, even if it was just sitting and doing nothing, meaning I gave myself a break. A 12-hour rest is an illness. A 6-hour rest is an illness. The kind of short break I take for myself when I want to take care of my personal things, when I want to focus on myself, when I want to just be with myself. Do you set aside this time for yourself? I want to learn something new. I want to know more about a certain field. I want to paint. I want to play music. I want to discover what my talents are. Do you set aside this time for yourself or not? And if your answer is yes, give yourself a 1. And if not, don't give yourself a 1. The 5th point is, what does your appearance look like? What do you look like? Do you take care of yourself? Do you just wear whatever clothes at home? Do you make an effort? Does it not matter what you look like? And if someone rings the doorbell, do you panic and say, oh no, oh my God, I have to get ready. I have to go put on some clothes. I have to go fix my hair. Do you dress up for yourself? Do you put on makeup? Do you style your hair? Do you shower every day? Do you care about your own beauty? By beauty, I don't mean you have to get plastic surgery to look like someone else. I'm talking about the very person you are, the beauty that God has given each of us and that we appreciate. Each of us is a queen of beauty in our own way because we are unique, because we are one of a kind. No one else is like me, no one else is like you, and that uniqueness itself is beauty. We all have beauty unless we make ourselves look unattractive. Otherwise, in my opinion, everyone in the world, all the women and men, are beautiful. But mistakenly, using society's standards, the media, they compare themselves and start to wonder, are you presentable? Meaning, when you wake up in the morning, if you know that no one is going to knock on your door and you're not going anywhere, but you still prefer to wear clothes that are comfortable for you, clothes that look good on you, clothes that make you feel good. You want to dress up and take care of yourself. It doesn't have to mean heavy makeup. It doesn't have to mean a man has to shave every day. It's just about that feeling when you look in the mirror that you enjoy yourself. Do you have this or not? The sixth issue is, what does your room look like? Is your room messy and disorganized? Is your bed always covered with clothes? Are yesterday's and the day before's clothes scattered on your floor? Is your bag just thrown somewhere on the floor when you come home? Right by the bathroom door? Is your bathroom clean? After you use the bathroom, do you clean up after yourself? Because we all use the bathroom, everyone does, but we don't want anyone to see, so we flush. So I don't want anything bad there either. I don't want to see myself in dirty pants from yesterday on a floor that's supposed to be sacred, on a floor where my prayer rug should be clean. Why do we feel at peace when we go to a hotel? It's because everything is in its place, everything is tidy, the bed is made, the sheets are clean, the floor is clean, the bathrooms, the bathtubs, everything is clean. Why shouldn't I do the same for my own home, which only takes half an hour a day? Why not do this for myself? If you leave the things you used, wore, or took outside yesterday, they're still in the same place they were last night, and today you haven't tidied them up, which, as I said, only takes half an hour a day. Just the first half hour after your coffee, after breakfast, is for cleaning the house and washing the dishes. Do you actually take the time to spend at least half an hour every single day, carefully putting away and organizing all the various things that came from yesterday? In my personal opinion, I truly believe that every single object has its own unique energy. This energy speaks to me. If the energy of water isn't good with me, it won't benefit me. But if I drink water with good energy, it becomes like a vitamin in my body. Sometimes you don't like a certain food because you don't like its energy, because it brings back bad memories for you, because you don't know that food. But do you like a dish your mom made for you when you were a child? Because it gives you good energy. Everything has energy. The energy of people, the energy of objects, energy itself. When you put two incomplete things next to each other, they fight with each other like two people who absolutely hate each other and want to get divorced. Since I was a child, I used to talk to objects like this with their energy. And then when I grew up, because I did interior decorating, when I would say this word while working on houses, for some of my clients, it was completely unfamiliar. I would say these two are constantly arguing with each other. This mirror next to this flower isn't right. And then when I change the place of the flower, when I put it in front of the mirror, suddenly there was a sense of relief, even though none of us knew what it wanted. We said, oh, it's like a romantic marriage, like two people who are in love, like a mother and child. Their energies harmonize with each other. So we have to consider the energies because things have their own energy. Things that we don't pay attention to, even the ground that we don't respect. This is my choice. This is my sacred home. This is my roof. This is my life. I have to respect it. Is your home tidy and clean? And I'm not talking about decorations. I'm talking about those people who follow guests around with a cloth so nothing gets moved, so no one sits in the house. That's a different issue. Hospitality means that when a guest comes, your home is open to them and your spirit is present. And then after they leave, I clean up. Do you have this quality? Or are you extremely obsessive or extremely disorganized and messy? In the same way, give yourself a chance. And if you think you have a weakness in this area, spend 10 minutes a day. Start from your heart, and after 21 days, you'll see how satisfied you are with yourself and how much you love your home. How much do you feel it? When you enter your home, do you feel a sense of calm? This is the fifth point. Now let's look at the sixth point. The seventh point is this, that this same discipline, this same order and beauty, this same tidiness, does it exist in your thoughts here or not? Do I wake up every day as someone who I don't even realize what I've eaten? I don't know what I've done. I'm just rushing around because there are so many thoughts in my head. Statistics say 30,000, 300,000. They say we have this many thoughts per day, if I'm not mistaken. They come and go, come and go. Even when we're driving, 50 different things cross our minds. This car came in front of us, that one left. Should I do this? Should I do that? All these thoughts have piled up here. Do I have a shelf for each one? And do I clean them out? Are they from yesterday or are they from last year, from our childhood, our teenage years, our school days? Everything here gets reviewed every day, all mixed together, all jumbled up like a dirty pile where even my clothes from 5 years ago are in there. Dirty clothes are in it, clean clothes are in it too. So the point we need to pay attention to is, do our thoughts have order? Do I? Am I still holding on to thoughts from a day that I didn't need, still thinking about them and keeping them? Or have I cleared them out and am I ready again for this day to start? The eighth point is about superficial companionship. Are there some friends whom you only call friends by name? Do you just get together to have fun, gossip about others, make fun of people and laugh? Do you hang out with people you envy in order to feel bigger? Or are your companions very limited, chosen by you, not chosen for you, or simply what has always been there for you? For now, I'm socializing with this neighbor, I'm hanging out with that school friend, because these are the people available to me, and I exist, but I'm not really choosing them. I keep up with everyone, but as soon as they finish their story, I say something just to please them. Who are your companions? Do you gather together for something important? Is it even so you can comfortably open up and share your feelings without fear of being judged by your friend? Comfortably, as if you're talking to yourself? Do you have any friends? In this circle of friends, is there someone you can go to, sit with, listen to for an hour and talk to? Heart to heart, soul to soul, without judgment, without fear. If you do, I truly congratulate you, because most people don't. And if you have companions who, just because she was my aunt's friend, or because she knew my son, or because my grandmother was friends with her grandmother, these are not friends. These are not companions. These are energy drainers, or people who only call you once in a while when they need something. They call you for the work you specialize in, and they want something from you and your expertise. They want you to provide free service. These are not friends, these are exploiters. They are energy drainers. Or when one of your acquaintances calls you whenever they have a problem and dumps all their words and complaints on you. And then they say, oh, I feel so relieved, you're so good. I feel so comfortable now, just sitting here and talking to you like this. Honestly, this is not what I would call a real friendship. So pay attention. See who your friends really are. And if you feel that there are a few people who, after leaving your house or after you leave their house, if you don't feel good, if you don't feel lighter, if you feel heavier, if your thoughts become more overwhelming, if you feel down, if you don't feel happy or relieved, remove these people from your life. Also, give yourself a score. But when you come back a month later, you'll see that the scores have changed. You'll notice how much you've improved things you never even paid attention to before. If you do these exercises with yourself for 21 days, for 42 days, maybe you'll stumble once or twice, maybe you won't do it, maybe you'll fail. But gradually, as your attention shifts to what you want to change, that very energy, that flow, will pull you out of it and you'll be freed from this gateway. So write down these experiences for yourself one by one, very easily, because only you will read them, only you will know, and then reflect on each one within yourself. The ninth point is, what are your inner feelings? Are you optimistic or pessimistic? Do you see the glass as half empty or half full? Being overly optimistic isn't that great either, because you might get taken advantage of. Extreme optimism or pessimism is not good at all. It's actually a major poison for us to look at everything with a pessimistic view. Do you recognize the hidden truth? Are you always worried inside that something bad will happen? Or are you calm and say, I have a God, I have a creator, nothing in my life is a big deal. Right now, today, this very moment is a good one, and I make use of this moment. When this moment turns out well for me, the next moment becomes my next moment again, meaning every moment can be like this. This good feeling I have toward myself doesn't come from neighbors or relatives, nor does it come from political leaders. I have to bring about this change in myself. This is a gift I give to myself. This is a choice I have as a human being, to not give up on life in the moment I am in. Now, how are your emotions in this situation? You are always in a state of worry, in a state of fear, in a state of hopelessness, in a state of complaining. Either you feel a deep sense of guilt about others or yourself, or you possess a profound feeling of inner peace, tranquility, and complete calm. At this particular moment, for now, I am doing fine. But sometimes there is also this lingering feeling of being a victim, or you see yourself as responsible for your own life, or you feel like a victim. Feeling like a victim is one of the most dangerous psychological mindsets, and if you don't pay attention to it, it becomes a habit, and breaking this habit is really hard. It means I've gotten used to complaining everywhere, always saying, I don't have money, is that okay? I can't come. I was wronged and I don't have an education because my parents didn't let me, or we didn't have enough money for me to go to university, or I didn't have the opportunity to go abroad, or I wasn't beautiful enough, or a husband. I was a very bad person. My wife was someone who didn't let me grow. In other words, in every way, we try to show that we are victims. The situation in the country was bad, so I couldn't become successful, but in that same country, millions of people became successful. At that same university, thousands of people became successful. In that same neighborhood where you live, some people became heroes, even though you yourself come from a family that had nothing. Which caste or group didn't have people who managed to get out, who pulled themselves up and made it? They say that my whole family inherited this. It's in our genes. That's just how we are. Our family's like this. Everyone is bad. Everyone is useless. Everyone is lazy. Everyone is unemployed. None of them succeeded. So I'm just like the rest of my family, right? But did you pull yourself out? Out? Did you get out of the environment you thought wasn't right for you? Or did you just sit there and say, the reason for my success is so and so, and the reason for my failure is also so and so? What you are is today, you have built yourself, and you are responsible for that. We all create our own destinies, regardless of what our birth chart is, because there are millions of people with the same birth chart as me. But we are not all the same. There are literally thousands upon thousands of diverse individuals from any one country, but no two of them ever turn out to be exactly the same. Roughly one half of the entire world's population is female, while the other half is male. So why are some men successful and you are not? These are the questions you need to ask yourself in solitude and answer. The reason I am here and dissatisfied with my life is because of myself. I created it myself. It was my behavior, my actions, my beliefs, and you need to start correcting those and take responsibility for your own life. Otherwise, I promise you, someone who lives as a victim will die a victim, and will die sooner too, because that feeling of I'm useless, I'm worthless, I'm nothing makes the universe say, if you're nothing, then go away. That is precisely why feeling like a victim is one of those incredibly perilous and subtle boundaries that hardly anyone ever stops to pay close attention to. But our modern culture has taught us to be victims, to plead and beg for the things we desire, even from God Himself. And we don't even try to strive to improve or better ourselves in any meaningful way. Now, the 11th point for us to consider is this. Do you truly value your own precious time and the valuable time of others? Are you consistently on time for your important appointments? Or do you find that you are always running late for everything? This is also something that's common in different cultures. Some people arrive late because they think it makes them seem more important. But in my opinion, if someone is supposed to be somewhere at 3 in the afternoon, they should be there exactly at 3. And if they're running late, they should call or let you know that they're stuck in traffic. A person without character. And some people, when they're supposed to be somewhere at 3, show up at 3:30 or even 4 just to seem important. Some people are always late for this reason. If you want to meet them at 11 o'clock in the morning, you really have to start getting ready from 8 o'clock sharp, at the very latest. If I happen to have an important appointment somewhere at 3 in the afternoon, I find that I absolutely have to start planning my entire daily schedule from as early as 8 o'clock in the morning so that I know exactly how far I am from there and can arrive right on time. A person who arrives on time and keeps their promises has respect for themselves and for others. And someone who arrives too early is meddlesome. Someone who arrives too early has nothing to do. You shouldn't arrive too early, and you shouldn't arrive late either. Right on time, because we've agreed that at a certain hour, at a certain place, we'll gather together. So we should all show up there right on the dot, neither early nor late, and be present. And in general, have you ever stopped to consider how much you truly value your precious daily time? Do you spend all your time just like opening the fridge to see what's inside? Then you go sit in front of the TV and watch it for a few minutes. Then you watch YouTube. You check out all sorts of different shows, different stylists, and all kinds of things. It's all a mess. Pointless things that have no meaning at all. I'm consuming all of these every day, which means I don't value myself or my time. While I could just go sit alone under a tree and meditate, and then value other people's time as well. I have a job to do. I keep calling, and if the person doesn't answer because they're busy, I send them a message. Call me back. Where are you? I got worried about you. What are you up to? The first time the person answers, but they're busy, yes. And then there are these strange requests. Doesn't anyone call just to talk anymore? People only call when they need something, whether it's at the wrong time, the right time, or any time at all. Right now, I need you. That's why I don't understand why you're not answering me. You should be there for me now because I need you. This kind of behavior with people's time and with my time requires social awareness, just like that first principle. In fact, all of this comes down to social awareness. Whether it's this woman or this man who needs something, even between husbands and wives. Women who call an office 3 times in a row, just to see where their husband is. Is he at the office? Is he working? Or the wife goes out and the husband is worried she might be unfaithful. Where are you now? What are you doing? What are you doing? Me? Because I love you, I'm controlling you. Not if something happens. Will the lady call you? Give them the freedom they deserve, accept them for who they are, and ensure they have the privacy they need. It is important to give them the space to grow and show respect for their time because they are often very busy working on their tasks. Do you practice these things in your own life or not? And on that same sheet you have, write it down, give yourself a score, and if you don't give yourself a score, say so. This is one of those things that I should put on the left side of my page, write it down, and work on it. The 12th point is this. Tell me, do you actually subscribe to and regularly watch more than 10 different YouTube channels? YouTube is like a shop in the new world. I don't have a shop, I don't have an office, I don't have a clinic. I'm using YouTube to give to society what I want to offer. Do you knock on the door of every shop? For example, do you go into a shoe store when you don't need shoes, but you still go just to see what kind of shoes they have? Do you visit every YouTube channel just to see what's going on? And if you do, is that good or is it harmful? In my opinion, unlike in the past when they used to say every book is worth reading, not every book is worth reading. Not every YouTube video is worth watching. You must be very selective. Wouldn't it be better for you to be a chooser? Personally, I choose YouTube channels, not even based on the subject or topic, but rather on the personality of the person who runs that channel, who is guiding it. If you go to a shoe store and the shoemaker tries to sell you a lousy pair of shoes, you won't go back to that shoemaker again. So first, I need to get to know the shoemaker and then look at the shoes. When you browse YouTube channels, do you pay attention to the personality of the person? If this person, for example, isn't really an astrologer and just copies from others and repeats what they say, can I really trust what they're saying? Or is it just because they have followers? The one who every 10 minutes says, write which city you're from, write your opinion. Write Allahu Akbar, write the name of such and such prophet, write the number 4. Every single one of these schemes are a scam, which essentially means it is exactly like washing a used car twice, and the car simply will not function at all. They treat us as if they question our intelligence, saying, since you're stupid, since you're in my channel and you keep doing whatever I say, writing the same number, writing the same city, doing the same thing, then you're a sheep. In so many words, this person is telling me that I'm a sheep for doing this. So first, go and see who you're listening to. Who are you taking advice from? Who is your mentor? What kind of person are they? If they're saying, I'm teaching you something, listen to me, with this same attitude, with this same sense of, I know better than you, I can do everything. Because this person lacks dignity, this person doesn't see me as an equal, this person doesn't want to include me as a partner in anything. This person wants to show off to me. They want to make money off of me, off of my comments. And that's exactly why they're so good at the art of marketing. They're very effective and persuasive salespeople. So, the first thing you need to figure out is this. Exactly where am I looking every single day? Which TV program am I watching? Which book am I reading? Where am I spending my time? How am I spending it? What am I learning each day from someone who actually knows something? Or is it in the spiritual world where the spiritual market or the sale of spiritual products has increased? Is everyone opening up shop everywhere? Everyone is selling meditation. Everyone claims to know the spiritual world, and they want to be spiritual masters and offer you something. Take a moment to sit quietly with yourself and really look at this, then ask yourself, who am I truly supporting? And if you find that you are somewhere that has truly taught you something profound, where your very spirit has changed and your entire life has been transformed, are you starting to feel more positive and clear regarding the various events and challenges that occur in your daily life? Do you feel that your inner character has truly improved over time? And are you finding yourself much more satisfied with the person you are becoming? Support that person wholeheartedly. Follow them, be with them, and support them always. These are things that a person should sit down and ask themselves, what problems do I have with learning through media? Who am I learning from? Who am I taking poison from? And then my life will be filled with chaos. There is no hopelessness between us. There is no fear between us. There is no sense of lack between us. The next supplement is gratitude. Do you observe the law of compensation? And can you follow the law of compensation? If someone brings me a cake and I just say, thank you, it's delicious. Thank you for the time you spent making this cake for me. The law of compensation is one of the divine laws. Someone who gets things for free and thinks they're clever, that's impossible for them. Something that is received for free brings no blessing, even on YouTube. If you watch a YouTube video and you don't like it, even though you actually enjoy it, you don't like it, you don't leave a nice comment, you don't subscribe, and that YouTuber can't benefit from it. The law of compensation is that if someone greets me, they are not obligated to do so. Their kindness, their genuine niceness, and their respect is shown to you, so I should respond to their greeting. So be mindful of anything you receive from anyone. Are you grateful? Do you give something in return? For example, if someone comes to your house and you feel like they don't want to be there, do they come empty-handed? Whatever it is, they've brought something for you. When you go to their house, you should also bring something with you. The issue isn't the material value of what I received or what you received. The point is, don't go to someone's house empty-handed because the cook, the homeowner, that person has made an effort for you. And this is a form of gratitude. The fundamental point is that I really should have enough common sense to fully realize that someone who spends their valuable time on me, whether they are a dedicated spiritual teacher, a highly skilled medical professor, a compassionate doctor, a hardworking nurse, or regardless of what their specific profession might actually be, they simply can't work for me for free. In return, I have to do something. Would you be willing to do the same for that person in your own field of expertise? If you expect that to get 2 hours of free classes, 2 hours of free consultation, or to see a doctor for 2 hours without paying, to go somewhere for 2 hours, to eat for free at a restaurant just because your friend works there, are you willing to do that in your own field? Would you give that person 2 hours of your time? And if you don't know anything, would you be willing to clean their house? When we put ourselves in a corner like this, where there's no way out and no one to judge us, that's when we realize the truth and admit, hey, I took advantage, I was being exploitative, I had unreasonable expectations. A lot of people, when they think someone is well off financially, they assume that person should pay and that we should benefit from their wealth. If you go somewhere, stay at someone's hotel or house, you should offer something in return. You should be grateful to the host of that house because it's their house. Whether it is long before you arrive or well after you finally leave, they have to clean up everything. And even while you are still there, they truly go through a great deal of trouble and hard work just to make you happy in every single aspect of your daily life, so that blessings come into your life. We must follow the law of reciprocity. And if we don't observe the law of reciprocity, abundance and blessings will leave our lives. The next key point, which is number 14, I'm mentioning the numbers so that if you want to refer back, you can. For example, number 14, how close are you to nature? How much do you connect with nature? Do you connect with people, or do you connect with nature? Do you connect? There is order in nature, a global order in nature. The sun rises and sets at a specific time. There is patience. Plants grow overnight. It doesn't matter whether this government changes or not, whether my life gets better or not. Will I get married or not? Will I become rich or not? And you expect it all to happen overnight, to happen in a single night. This is completely against nature. In nature, you plant a seed, you water it, you give it food, it takes root, then it sprouts, and after years it becomes a tree. Nothing is created overnight, nothing is destroyed overnight either, and nothing was ever made overnight. Just like the current global situation, over many years, the galaxy, the universe, the creator has gradually transformed us into what we are now. Otherwise, everyone would have a heart attack. Everyone would collapse. Because if the vibration jumped from 20 to 80 all at once, everyone would die. So we are growing day by day. We are becoming more aware every day. We are experiencing both good and bad changes. We are witnessing the collapse of the past and the building of the golden world. We are growing minute by minute, day by day. We don't notice a child's growth. All of a sudden, overnight, we say, he's become a grown man or she's become a grown woman. It happens gradually. We just need to pay attention to nature. Trees grow slowly and then they bear fruit. And they don't compare themselves to each other. The tree just is. It never says, I'm taller than you, I'm bigger than you, I'm more than you. There is no comparison, and all the beauty of nature, whether we go to the forest or to parks, is this difference in height, this difference in size that creates such a beautiful scene when they're together. And we complain about ourselves, about our height, about our bodies, about everything. Why am I not like so-and-so? I am perfectly content being exactly who I am. And when standing next to someone taller, I radiate a unique kind of beauty. And next to someone shorter, we each find a way to shine brightly together. Beauty lies in everyone being themselves. How much are we really learning from nature? How much are we in contact with nature each day? How much do I appreciate this leaf? The intricate veins in this leaf are distinctly different from those in another leaf, much in the same way as snowflakes, where every single one is entirely unique and no two are ever exactly alike. Among us humans, none of the veins in our bodies are the same. Even drops of water are not the same. But among humans, there is competition, imitation, and authenticity. So we identify ourselves with nature. A mountain remains a mountain for millions of years. But it has accepted being a mountain. Its strength lies in being a mountain. I have come to realize that many things are discovered in silence, in stillness. My authenticity and roots are found within my stillness. And then the turbulence of the sea. The waves are constantly coming, the water is always cleansing itself, letting go of the past and changing again, purifying itself. The seawater never stands still. It is always in motion, always in waves. The air, too, is always moving. And yet I sit and pray, asking God why my wishes are not fulfilled. I need to move. I need to change. I need to let go of what I know. I need to learn from someone else's knowledge. None of us are complete. If we were complete, we wouldn't be on this earth. We are constantly learning new things every single day, and every day we teach others as well. We should always strive to make the natural world around us our primary teacher. I'm going to bring a conclusion to today's video now because our time is officially up and it is becoming incredibly hot and uncomfortable where I am sitting. I leave all of you in God's care. I truly hope you take some time to deeply reflect upon these 4 points, honestly evaluate and judge your own progress. Sit down and see what you have and what you don't have in the quiet moments of your own solitude. And until we meet again in the next video, I entrust each and every one of you to the care of my great Creator. I send a warm kiss to all of your kind and generous hearts. Goodbye.